The American farmer has fed us for 200 years. War or peace, depression or prosperity. It's been a hard, plodding job, but the farmer has kept us alive. Not only that, but made us the best fed nation in the world. 130 million people asked a lot of the farmer, and most of us took it for granted he'd go on producing the food we needed, and he did. But in the 10 years before the war, he'd been having a hard time making both ends meet, and sometimes he wondered if he could make a go of it. Yes, he wondered while he was working. That's thunder you're hearing, farmer, but it's a long way off. A man named Hitler. He says all he wants is the Polish corridor in Danzig. Will they give it to him, or will the lightning strike? Keep your eye on that sky, farmer. Listen hard, because if it does, that's it. Get going, farmer. You've got a job to do. There's a war on now, and while it's not your war, not yet, you never can tell. Wartime production, 1940, tomatoes.
900 million bushels.
Eggs.
37 billion.
Hitler's in Poland now. Hogs.
16 billion pounds.
They've just bombed Rotterdam. Milk.
107 billion pounds.
I'll bet you know where Dunkirk is now. That thunder you heard is falling on London now, and Plymouth and Coventry. Listen, farmer.
I'm hungry. Hungry.
She's talking to you. Never heard her before, huh? Well, she's English and she's hungry. She needs you. Oh, I know what you're thinking. The last war.
Farmer, save democracy.
Farmer, save the world.
Dig, farmer, dig.
So you dug. And when it was all over and Europe started eating its own food again, you sat around looking at your new machinery and mortgages. But come on, farmer. You haven't time to think. Norway's gone now, and Yugoslavia, Greece, too.
You're Golodin.
That's a Russian soldier, farmer. Feed him. He's fighting for you. Poland, Belgium, Holland, France, Norway, England, Russia, China. Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Why, that's us.
Hey, farmer, get going. I'm hungry.
That's an American Marine, farmer. And there are 10 million more soldiers, sailors, flyers that have to eat. This is our war now, farmer. We're all depending on you. Yeah, I know, you're tired. Your hired man's quit you. You're all alone. You can't get your work done. Don't think about it. Haven't time. Don't let it bother you. Corn, milk, livestock, never mind what, only don't stop. Don't stop working. Maybe you'd like to see what happens every time you stop. Okay, farmer, when I count 3, you stop. 1, 2, 3.
I'm hungry. Hungry.
Golodin.
That's Lend-Lease. It's stopped because you've stopped. Only 6% of American food goes abroad, but they have to have it. You've stopped, and 10 million American fighting men are hungry.
No tanks, ships, planes, no fighting anywhere.
You've stopped, and 130 million American civilians are hungry.
No welders, no riveters, no work anywhere.
Get going, farmer. It's up to you.
Farmer, save democracy.
More barley.
Farmer, save democracy.
More corn.
Farmer, save the world.
More beans.
Farmer, save the world.
More milk.
More.
More rhubarb.
More.
More spinach.
More.
More grapefruit.
More.
More cabbage.
More.
More grain.
More grain for bread, grain for life. This is me again, the Marine. When do I eat? You're Golodin.
How about me, farmer? Yes, get going.
I gotta eat too.
More food.
Hey, you out there. Quiet, quiet. This is as fast as I can go. I'm short-handed, lacking seed and fertilizer, using old patched-up machinery, and every available acre's under cultivation. Seems to me if I was one of them big fellas in Washington, I'd just set me down and do a bit of thinking. Kind of try to figure out some system to spread the food all over thin so it'll cover more. See what I mean? Because I'm warning you, that's all you're going to get. That's all I can give you. No more. Do you hear me? No more. From now on, it's up to you.
They heard him in Washington and worked out a system to make the food go around. A plan to see to it that everyone gets an equal share of what there is. That plan is called rationing.
So here's a plan that's fair and square. Everybody gets their share. No more griping anywhere. Get the point, Mrs. Brown. One for you and one for me. It's as clear as ABC. story. Get the point, Mrs. Brown. That's what a rationing plan is for, Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Jones, the grocery man or the butcher store, your share is there with the Kellys and Cones. Equal service in the stores, fancy pants or cotton drawers. She gets hers and you get yours. Get the point, Mrs. Brown.
And so Mrs. Brown and most people want to make rationing work. But there are still a few who get what they want any way they can, who will pay any price in the black market. Wait a minute. What's going on here?
Give me a nice small sirloin. About that thick.
That thick?
You heard me. That thick.
Well, madam, we're here to serve you, but that'd run about 3 pounds. Now, you haven't enough ration stamps for that. But I could let you have a nice steak about half that size.
Half that size? What do you think I am? A pigeon?
Oh, wait a minute, madam. Maybe I can fix you up after all. But it cost you 80 cents a pound.
80 cents? That's ridiculous.
That's just what I keep saying.
Wonder the government wouldn't do something about it. All this talk about price ceilings.
Well, do we take it or do we leave it?
Oh, I'll take it. I guess you have to pay to get what you want these days.
That's right. I have to go downstairs to get it.
Margaret Gibbs, you know who I am. I'm your conscience. No use running. You can't get away from me. That's right, Margaret. Come back. Come on. What do you want? Tell me, my dear. What are you doing in this black market? Well, I only wanted a little piece of red meat. You know how peaked I get when I don't have any for a while. You? Peaked? Don't make me laugh. And what if you do get a bit faint? That's it. That's it. Faint. I feel it coming on every afternoon about 4 o'clock. You feel it coming on. How about the 10 million American soldiers and sailors and Marines? Would you rather have them feeling faint? Well, now, Maggie Gibbs, you know all the answers, the real answers, don't you? Then tell them to me. Come clean. Purge yourself before it's too late. I knew it was the black market. I know why we have shortages and where the food is going. And what's more, I know how the black market operates. You're doing well, Margaret. By buying in the black market and showing dishonest butchers I'll pay anything to get what I want, I encourage meat booting. Very good. You want to know something else? Certainly. I never feel faint at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm strong as a horse. Only I like steak. You're a good girl, Margaret Gibbs. A good girl.
Even rationing isn't any good unless we make it work. It's still up to us. And there are an awful lot of people in the world depending on us. They're in Guadalcanal and Iceland and Tunisia. To fight, they need twice as much food as they needed when they were civilians. So do they get that steak or don't they? Because it's a very simple proposition. If we do, they don't. Remember what the farmer said? It's up to you.
It's up to you, mister. What do you say? It's up to you, sister. Starting today, if all the soldier boys can grin and bear it, then you can fix that shoe and you can wear it. And you can cut down